Why does it feel like people are faking it? Like they're inauthentic, like they're actors playing this part in a movie. That's something I've been wondering about for these last 4 or 5 years now. The older I've gotten, the more perceptive I've gotten, the more I realize that most people wear this facade, this mask of sorts in social situations. And I don't just mean this in the sense where people are acting socially appropriate in different situations. No, it's much deeper than that. What I'm getting at is people pretending to be somebody they're not and suppressing their true self. They do things that they really don't care about. They go to places they really don't want to be in. And slowly but surely, this essentially destroys your soul. People pretend to be something that they're not. And they do this because, well, many people are embarrassed by their true selves. Many people are fearful of what others will say if they act authentically. But to me, it's a big mistake. Because if you're not being authentic and you're not being your true self, then you're essentially manipulating all the people around you to think that you're somebody else. Maybe it's just me, but I cannot stand going into a social situation with people very well knowing that what that person is saying is completely false. They don't give a shit about it at all. They have no emotional connection. And they're not really telling me what they truly feel, what they truly think. They're just saying what they think I want to hear from them. And that is, to me, so discouraging. Because it's like, I want to know what you really think about this problem or this topic. Don't tell me the surface level bullshit, all right? When I socialize with somebody and I can tell they're just holding back or they're trying to say something that they think is not going to get them in trouble, even if it's inauthentic to them, I'm immediately turned off. I want no more part of socializing with that person. And I think that's one of the main reasons why over these last couple of years, I have noticed my own social circle has slowly begun to decrease, for better or for worse. And yeah, I don't think I'm the only one who's actually experienced this before. It's interesting. A few years back, I watched this movie called The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey plays this guy named Truman, the main character, and Truman is essentially on a TV show, but he does not know he's on a TV show. So his entire life is in this one town. And this town is essentially this gigantic set, all right? This TV set with cameras and hidden actors and producers, and actually everybody within his world is an actor. And in the movie, he begins to realize this. He begins seeing that, whoa, these people are totally fake. And the things they're saying, the things that they're doing, they're meaningless. They're not authentic expressions of who they really are. I say this because at first he's really taken aback. He's upset and a bit shocked when he finds out that he's in a movie and he's the main character. But very soon after, it's liberating to him. There's a scene in the movie when he's sitting in the car and he calls to his soon-to-be wife, says, "Hey, come in the car, let's go to Fiji." So he drives around and all of a sudden, there's random forest fires and then there's like some nuclear power plant explosion and then all the cars pile in front of him and he can't leave. It's just the most bizarre thing. And this is when he realizes, holy crap, I really am in a movie. They don't want me to leave. This is all intentional. It's all by design. And as I mentioned, this was liberating to him. Shocking, of course, but liberating because he knew that, all right, well, if this is all a movie, this is all, well, his show, rather, the Truman Show, then I can be who I want to be. And that's really the point I want to drive home with you here, is that although you might be in situations where you feel like everybody's fake, everybody's being an actor, nobody's really authentic, that doesn't mean you have to be the same way. I encourage you to be the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. And people will call you weird, people will not like you, people will maybe even feel unsettled around you because they know that deep within their own core, they're not living out their most authentic versions of themselves. And this can create some jealousy and envy and maybe even hatred. And that's okay. When you're being authentic, when you're being your true self, there are many people who won't resonate with you. But there are many people who will. And that's the fun part. So even if you find yourself in a position where you begin to notice everybody's acting and putting on this mask, this facade around you, just be you. Don't try to do the same because once you start trying to appease to everybody, once you start doing all the things that everybody else does, saying all the things that everybody else says, then you become a part of that middle group. You become a part of the herd. If you truly want to stand out, if you truly want to do something that's deeply meaningful and authentic and fulfilling to you, then you got to separate yourself from groupthink. You got to separate yourself from all the things that other people do, all right? It'll feel weird, it'll feel strange, but eventually, the longer you continue to be your authentic self and you express yourself in those ways, the more liberating and amazing it feels. All right, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you soon.